diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
They'll try it over the left side. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Crosses to 45. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill, and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense changing the play. To throw, it's Maryland. Gonna let it fly. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Finds the big tight end. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here come the Irish back on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Irish come to the line facing second and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Quick strike complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
The give to the back. Turning it on. The 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Here's the handoff. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running back searching for a hole. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Maryland. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Quarterback making checks. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit has been... as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Woe. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. They try to get it outside on the left. Look out, he's got room. Hits the afterburners. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create a of plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Line gets set, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Fights off the defender. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Grove. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quarterback on the keeper. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Give to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Maryland. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right on target this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinal!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run the toss. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes to the left. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Irish! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He's into the end zone again. A little icing on the cake with a 2-point conversion after the long touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Creates a little room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. It's Rasmussen. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. The run from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Now on the return. Makes a move. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at half.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Makes the catch at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The give out of the gun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's you.
There he goes. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, finding Ireland. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion.
It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the run. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on second and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making...
Next going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Number 25.
And the extra point is good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Toss to the outside. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. At 20. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Sparks. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Boom. Got rid of it just in time.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Finds some fresh air. Past the sticks and still on his feet. It's a seam walk. Touchdown, Irish! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Sparks. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Catch in the middle, it's Saunders. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Gives it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Cardinal! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Stanford, 21.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. The give to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got him. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Sparks. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And a missed missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right. And he missed it. No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it! And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch.
Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this. The